Module 3, Access Control and Identity Management. Overview of Access Control. Access control is a fundamental principle of information security that is concerned with controlling access to resources and data within an organization. The goal of access control is to ensure that only authorized users are able to access resources while preventing unauthorized access. Access control typically involves a combination of technical controls, such as authentication and authorization mechanisms, as well as administrative policies and procedures. The three main types of access control are: 1. Physical access control. This type of access control is concerned with controlling physical access to resources, such as buildings, rooms, and equipment. Physical access controls may include locks, access badges, security cameras, and security personnel. 2. Logical access control. This type of access control is concerned with controlling access to digital resources, such as computer systems, networks, and data. Logical access controls may include passwords, biometric authentication, and access control lists, ACLs. 3. Administrative access control. This type of access control is concerned with controlling access to administrative functions, such as system configuration and user management. Administrative access controls may include role-based access control, RBAC, and separation of duties, SOD, policies. Access control is an essential component of any information security program, as it helps to prevent unauthorized access to sensitive data and resources. By implementing effective access controls, organizations can reduce the risk of data breaches, intellectual property theft, and other security incidents. Authentication and authorization. Authentication and authorization are two key concepts in access control that work together to ensure that only authorized users are able to access resources and data within an organization. Authorization, on the other hand, is the process of determining what actions a user is allowed to perform once they have been authenticated. Authorization typically involves defining roles and permissions for different types of users or groups, and then assigning those roles and permissions to individual users. This ensures that users can only access resources and data that they have been authorized to access, and that they cannot perform actions that are outside the scope of their permissions. Access control models and methods. Access control models and methods are used to define and enforce access control policies within an organization. There are several different access control models and methods, including: 1. Mandatory access control. MAC is a security model in which access to resources is restricted based on the security clearance of the user or system. This model is commonly used in government and military environments where confidentiality is of utmost importance. 2. Discretionary access control. DAC is a security model in which the owner of a resource determines who is allowed to access that resource. This model is commonly used in small to medium-sized organizations where flexibility and simplicity are important. 3. Role-based access control. RBAC is a security model in which access to resources is based on a user's assigned role within the organization. This model is commonly used in large organizations where managing access control for many users can be difficult. Access control methods include: 1. Physical access control. Physical access control methods restrict access to physical locations, such as buildings or rooms, through the use of security measures like locks, access cards, and biometric scanners. 2. Network access control. Network access control methods restrict access to network resources, such as servers or databases, through the use of firewalls, VPNs, and other network security measures. 3. Application access control. Application access control methods restrict access to specific applications or data within applications, such as through the use of user accounts and passwords, role-based access control, and multi-factor authentication. By using access control models and methods, organizations can ensure that their sensitive data and resources are only accessible to authorized users, and that access is granted in a consistent and controlled manner. Thanks for watching. For more information, like, comment, and subscribe our channel.